Everyone to our F2 finale. It's already here, which is surprising. I'm your host once again, Pat the Rock, and along with me and one more time this season is CTR Chaos.
Hello, Pat. How are you doing today? Pretty excited to have this race. This is the finale right now.
Yeah, it's the finale, so here we go. And there's a few things we need to cover before today's race, which is kind of interesting. We start off with we have super softs and softs today, so there's a little bit of different tire strategy. There's no mediums or hards today.
Yeah, we'll see if even if the alternative strategy will work here. I mean, it's a track that it's out the rear tires pretty well, so it's all about tire management and keep the pace. Oh,
And there's also been an announcement confirmed today. FRA Ronhar is the F2 champion and will move up to Formula One.
yep. So he's our F2 championship and our F2 champion, and now we have a three-way fight for second place to see who is the next driver to get promoted, as is the top two gets promoted.
Yes.
So it's between Fleury, upstage. She's only like 20 points behind him, and Crispy.
Yeah, it's a very close battle indeed. And we also have one more thing to look out for. A battle between Uni Virtuosi and Carlin, which Uni Virtuosi has one driver.
Yeah. Right now we don't have Mr. Buckets, which is on Fleury's teammate, but at the same time, um, right now for that fight for second place, it's gonna be a bit hard because as you can see, we have our line today, so he's gonna be a quick driver and tough to get by. He's definitely gonna be in the top three throughout the race.
Yeah, definitely something to look out for. So now we're just waiting for everyone to ready up. Sorry, mic disconnected. So we're just waiting for everyone to ready up now.
Yeah, and we're waiting on
And
somebody else real quickly, see if he joins. It's Icky gets still to make his debut.
alright, so we'll FRA Runhar today. Let's also look at tires. Everyone's on the super softs today. No surprise there for qualifying.
So it's all out for everybody.
And I'm also expecting possibly a clean sweep from Ronhar today. He's had some great pace in practice. He's also number one in the world again on time trial
Ooh. So Upchurch is going to
by
start at
two
the back
tenths.
because he invalidated his lap.
But also Tectonic is back there. Oh, no, never mind.
So far not a good start for Upchurch as he retires
And
from the
that's,
session.
well, with the disqualification, there was really no point unless you wanted to get a feel for the track. Actually, ARS Align has taken the lead here in quali.
Ooh,
Never
no,
mind.
no, or to keep
Oh,
going back and
no, they're
forth.
side. Could Align act? Where's Align in this championship?
He can't contend for the top three or top two, but definitely for the constructors he can help out in Motorsport.
Align actually could move into second today. Actually, there's a way.
He definitely for sure he definitely needs these 4 points from the qualifying.
He needs to win everything fastest laps, and he can't let the other three ahead of him get any points.
Ooh, Align lucks up a little bit. Ben Spittle's not to P3. Oh, now it gets overtaken by Crispy.
And right now, Ronhart looks like he's gonna pull off the 4 points from Align, which would pretty much lock Align out of getting second place. Let's see what the times are. I think they'll be pretty close. Ronhart nearly loses it. A 47.7. Wow, really quick times. Ben Swills was also disqualified. So was this Tectonic. We only had 8 finishers for qualifying today. So 47.7 is Ronhart's time as we end qualifying, as Upstage gets the disqualification notice there. I was expecting this from Ronhart, seeing what he's been able to do in practice. So let's look at the top 3 real quick. We got FRA Ronhart with 47.7. ARS Align with a 48.1, and then a second later, Crispy with the 49.1. So we'll see what we can get out of these drivers today.
Quite surprised to see Crispy's time. Maybe he did a mistake somewhere. I mean, Align and Crispy, I would say they're pretty close drivers based on skill. So we'll see if Crispy can get a better start. Now, this is a good result from Trolls P4, trying to get the most points out of Dan. So hopefully he can finish in the top 3.
But also with the next season coming around the corner here in a few weeks' time, I'm excited to see the new cars out on track.
Yeah, I've tried them myself, and they feel nice. Well, I mean, they feel very nice on time trial, but it still has that
The race
same
would
feel.
be the question.
Yeah, I've raced with them before, and it has that same heavy feel because I mean you cannot regulate your fuel, so you go heavy on fuel.
Oh, we're gonna have to cut you off here, Chaos, because the lights are coming on as we speak. There's 5. Hold on.
Cars are gonna rev soon. Cars are revving.
And maybe. And they're gone as we have green flag racing here at Abu Dhabi. And what a start from Crispy.
And a start from
Was that
12.
that's Mexican. Whoa, there's a bit of contact behind as someone goes into the wall. That's ART Pablo and Upstage.
So,
12s.
so
We got yellow flags in Sector 1 now.
there's a crash. I saw a
Oh!
board.
Crispy just spun Mexican Grub and he spins himself. Crispy gets a 5-second time penalty. And I believe we have a VSC.
What is going on?
We do have a VSC, as multiple penalties have been handed out to Crispy, Tectonic, and ARS Line.
So crazy start from only 11 cars from the grid. I see out of turn 1, cars going 3 wide into the apex and then going slow, and unfortunately the cars behind them caught up to them and just collide into each other.
I accidentally said this earlier. I meant to say that Mexican Grub had a great start, but obviously did not work too well later on when he got spun by Crispy.
So what happened to Trolls? I think, let me see. Yeah, I saw at one point at the beginning phase of the start, I saw. Oh,
Crispy's a drive-through penalty. That may actually seal his fate of not being able to move to F1.
No,
but we'll see.
Not good. Well, as of now, it's gonna be at Upstage and Crispy at the back. Crispy has to pit after this VSC. Oh no, we're in green flag racing.
Yeah, we have green flags, so I'm sure Crispy will come in for his drive-through now to get it out of the way. As ART Pablo falls to the back of the grid now. As we have Spittles chasing down Crispy, but Crispy's about to come into the pit lane with that drive-through. But will he? No, Crispy's staying out. Ronhard says a 201, which is obviously a lot slower because of that VSC coming out in Sector 2.
And Upstage is pitting.
Mexican Grub, well, Ferrari, Tectonic Align, Upstage, and Pablo are all coming to the pits this time. So, Mexican Grub now moves up in the 5th place after getting spun earlier. So, a good rebound for now would help with the fight against Yuri Virtuosi, which is filled by only one CTR Flowery, who right now would be moving on to Formula 1.
And
Pablo is retired in the pit lane. Well, we already lost one driver, so right now everyone's getting points. As we have Ben Spittles and Crispy going side by side. Spittles is going to try to take the inside line into this very slow left-hander. And he's going to get the position for now, but will he be able to hold Crispy off? Yes, he will, as Spittles moves into 2nd place. What a move by Spittles there.
So, looking at some news. Oh, whoa.
Oh, yellow flags.
Oh, so the car, they're trying to overtake a car that was already retired. It's the AI.
Yeah, Pablo just left.
So yeah, as I was saying, there's the news and this where Pablo had to retire due to a work-related emergency.
Oh, well, we'll miss him, but we'll probably have a glitch to start a sprint race, which shouldn't be a problem.
So that's an opportunity for, who was it that I mentioned earlier as ART fighting Sauber. Right now, Ben in P2, he might overtake ART Grand Prix for 8th for the constructors.
Is he? So we got Crispy who's staying out again. He might get disqualified if he doesn't pit this lap. As 12 gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yes. And 12 has that 3-second from earlier on in this race, as we now have...
Oh, we have yellow flags.
Yellow flags. Crispy's out. Safety car. Crispy, that should be Crispy out of P2 of the championship now, as we have a full safety car, which is going to be good for everyone. Not if you are named CTR Flowery. This is the one person that does not penalty. 12 gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC.
So actually, let me have the stream up here. Okay, hello, 1, 2, 3. Let's see.
But that should be Crispy now out of chance to move to F1, so he will be in arguably F to watch for with those F1 and F2 2020 cars.
Ooh, what happened here? Flory was just he had
I
missed
missed
one half
something
there.
when
He's
I
now in
went
seventh.
to-
We both missed something. He was in third with super soft tires, now back to seventh with the soft tires.
I don't even know.
So
Did he pit again?
he must have contact with somebody. But I was gonna bring up the fact that since he was in third and Crispy DNF'd, he would secure at least second place going up to F1 with Earnhardt. But now it's up to Ferrari versus Align and the constructors. Right now, Trident barely leading MP Motorsport.
And as of right now, Carlo would take a very big lead over Univirtuosi with where they are now, with them only having Tectonic has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But as I was saying, with 14-point deficit to Univirtuosi, Carlin in first and third, a double podium. That's huge compared to a P7 finish for Univirtuosi.
It's gonna be interesting to see upstage with what kind of tire he have. He has super soft tires, so he's gonna be extremely quick here. And now we're going to have a restart.
Ferrari gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as we have green flag racing as Ron Hart will lead us off.
Ooh,
Coming to the first corner now, what we have?
Side by side with Tectonic, still side by side.
They get by cleanly, as Upstage will do a switchback and get by as Tectonic went deep into turn 1. Come around now, we're coming to the big chicane to end sector 1. What we have as we ride on board with Ron Hart. Everyone taking pretty cleanly, so cutting the corners a little bit. And that's a line spinning as Upstage now moves to right behind Flowery.
Alignment.
This is now huge for Upstage.
A very, very rare mistake from Align. He broke himself and ramming into Fury. That's not very good for Align right now, trying to keep its lead. And forgetting where Trident is right now, they are 5th in the constructor standings with 152 points. And keep in mind that
We have
Tectonic here, see Ritz, he used to race for Campos and he's reserving today for Campos.
We now have a battle for P6 as Upstage is trying to fend off 12. Says Ron Hart gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Upstage trying to close up on Flower, which he is. It's now down to about a second. Could he get it under for... We'll have DRS open in a few laps time, but he's closing in big time on Flower. He may not even need DRS. He may even be able to pass him next lap.
No.
Right on board with Upstage, as this is a big championship battle for P2 to move up. Line gets a 3-second time penalty.
So Mexican Grove struggling to keep Ferrari behind, and now we see a four-way train to P4.
Ferrari moves to the podium. Twelves goes to the back of the grid because of his drive-through. Going side by side here, Upstage and Flowery, nearly a collision. Ron Hart's at a fastest level of 51. I don't know the exact decimals.
And Cholos is serving now his drive-through penalty.
Alright, Flowery and Upstage going through the first chicane now, as we have a four-way fight for P3 with Ferrari, Mexican Grub, Flowery, and Upstage.
Right now, Upstage needs to be in the podium and hope that Flowery stays in 5th.
Yeah, as it
Well, if he
stands,
bumped down to 6th.
Upstage would need to finish in 3rd place and then beat Flory in the sprint race in order to take that P2 position and move up.
It's definitely something to watch out for us. This will be our biggest
impressive how
challenge
Ferrari's pulling away from Mexican.
Tectonic actually spun, coming to the chicane after the DRS straight.
That's not very good
As
for him. For Campos.
He's going to fall back. He's now 9 seconds back on ARS line. So we go back to Upstage and Flurry. There's a bit of contact. Upstage bumped Flurry there a little bit, but no major damage.
It looks like Tectonic struggling with overheating.
Mexican Grove had a big lockup there coming to the slow right-hander.
So still a big fight for Mexican and Fleury. And Ferrari is pulling away.
Fleury has no penalties.
He's the only driver with no penalties, so let's see penalties-wise. Ferrari with 8 seconds, so even though he's in 3rd and pulling away, he has 8 seconds of penalties. He'll fall back behind Upstage even.
Behind a line.
Alright, even that.
Fleury gonna try to set it. Tectonic has left. Now, Upstage with a great chance. He's gonna try to get past. He gets past Fleury, bumping with Mexican Grub, and there's a lot of contact there. Grub did not want to let him by, and there's a 5-second penalty for a corner cut for Mexican Grub. We got a big battle behind Upstage, ARS line, and Fleury trying to go at it. What we have here is DRS is wide open as we got a glitch on some cars behind where I just hear maximum revs. Looking behind as Fleury in the line, thinking about making moves, but we'll hold off for now. Another DRS straight coming up. DRS wide open. We're going to look behind to Fleury in a line to try to see if someone's going to try and make a move here. Fleury thinking about it. Switchback time.
Ooh.
Try to outbraking a line. He's going to try to hold off Fleury for now and will hold off Fleury. Well done not to let the pressure get to a line.
So he's getting another 5-second penalty for corner cutting or something like that, but now he has 10 seconds, which is not very helpful for him, but very good for Upstage as he only has 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds. With only having 3 seconds, it's a blessing and also a curse because you got that 3 seconds added on, but it could be worse.
Ooh, Upstage right behind Mexican Grub. And Mexican Grub locks up.
That's what we're right on board with here as we're trying to see if Upstage could possibly get by.
Let's see who breaks
as he's going to try to send around the outside.
Alain making the move.
Early. Alain trying to make a move, but not getting anything done as Upstage is trying desperately to get past Mexican Grub, moving into P4.
Alain right behind
as he moves into P4. Right now, coming to chicane, Mexican Grub nearly bumped him. As Mexican Grub's gonna spin, hold everyone up behind.
And he gives damage to a line. Mexican Grub hits the curve and just spins, and that damages Alliance race there.
And now Upstage has a nice buffer to Fleury behind with only 1.2 seconds. And now has to pull a 2-second gap to Ferrari to try to move on to the podium.
Ooh, Alain overtakes him even though with front wing damage. Even though it doesn't look like he has front wing damage on my end, like his front wing is fine. But no, once he had
Fleury's back ahead now.
I did see front wing flying off.
So let's see. Tectonic is in the pits, even though he left the session.
He joined back. And what is Mexican Grub doing?
Mexican Grub just... Did he just hit everyone?
He hit Fleury. But I don't understand. Fleury and Mexican Grub aren't
now
in the same party.
Pushes a line off the track. He's right on board here to see what is going on.
This is becoming a demolition derby here.
Not sure what happened between Fleury
Mexican
and
Grub just cuts the
Grub.
corner.
They're in the same party, so they
It's
might be
pushing
distracting
Aris
each other.
line. See what goes on now as we come into the final corner of this lap. All drivers staying up. Fleury has a penalty, so everyone has penalties now, and Fleury has damage on his left wing there.
So far, Ben Spittle's in a comfortable lead behind Ferrari. I mean, at this point, as we've known him before, he just needs to stay on track and not crash.
And we also do have Upstage trying to close in on Ferrari, and you can clearly see him ahead. Because this would put Ferrari onto the podium. And with Fleury being in P7, this is going to be huge for Upstage.
Oh, shoot.
Could be risky for Upstage too, because if Fleury starts on the front row of the sprint race, maybe game over for Upstage, because he needs to clear him by 20 points this weekend,
Yep.
or 21 points.
We'll see what... it's 20.
Well, to win, it'd be 21. To tie, it'd
yeah.
be 20. And if they go to a tie, then Fleury would take it, because he would have had P2 first.
Right.
He needs a total of 21 points, so as it stands, finishing 4th place, that'll give him 12 points. Fleury will take away 6.
So that would move it down to 14.
14 points. So that means that Upstage will have to win the sprint race, and Fleury will have to finish in 9th.
Oh, as Fleury just gets past Mexican Grub there, who's locking up all over the place. And now Fleury's in 6th, so now the whole strategy has changed for Upstage to possibly win 2nd place here from Fleury.
It's not possible
Grub was
with
locking up
with that
everyone.
move, unless Upstage gets the fastest lap or moves up to P3. Not possible for Upstage to take that spot.
Mexican Grub, who has some wing damage on that left side, exactly like Fleury, is having troubles trying to keep up. We move back to Upstage, who is closing in on Ferrari about 4/10 a lap. Has last lap was about 1.2, not 1.2, 2.2 seconds. Apologies. Gets a really poor hairpin as we go back to a 2.1 second gap.
Surprisingly, a line keeping that gap ahead of Upstage only 2 seconds, and now even cutting a bit more now with 1.3 seconds with front wing damage. So we'll see. They both have 3-second time penalties. So at this point, it's equal.
Twelves is in the pit lane.
Twelves might just go for the fastest lap here.
You may, which
Fastest
right
lap.
now would ruin Upstage's chance of getting P2 because there'd be no chance.
Getting the fastest lap and gonna start in pole position for next race.
Yep.
Ooh, he goes a bit wide out of the exit though. Almost crashes into the wall.
We are on board with Aris Alive, who is 8/10 right behind Upstage. So we have a chance that we could have Aris Alive moving into P3. Not P3, P4, apologies. Upstage is doing everything he possibly can to try to close that gap to SLRX Ferrari.
Ooh, Align's
He's
gonna
right
get
now on that
DRS here.
podium. Align will get, well, not for a little while.
Upstage loses traction a little bit.
Now back down to 2 seconds. Gap to Ferrari for Upstage.
Interesting. That's Align. It's taking a wider line towards turn 1, so he can close in quicker. And Upstage taking a tighter line, so that's gonna that costs him time actually. Now look where Align's is right behind Upstage.
Yeah, Align is 2/10. Especially with DRS coming out, this could be huge. So let's see what we have here. As there's the line has DRS enabled. 1/10, no tenths, side by side, and Aris Align will move into P4.
Ooh, and that'll be the season for Upstage. If it
Well, we are on
finishes
the
like
final
this,
lap.
no promotion for upstage.
Ron Hart gets another 3 second. I don't know what Spittles has, but that may mean Spittles may win here.
Ooh, yeah. And he just, Ron Hart
Let's
just
go to
overtaking
Ada with Skyrace Control
Tonic.
to check on that.
Sorry, I just got this in from the garage here at Campos. Alain is on a hell of a run. He's catching up, trying to get a podium position. I don't think he's going to be able to do it this race, but they sound confident there in the garage that he's got the right setup and tires on to make it happen.
Well, thank you, Aiden. As Ron Hart right now wins it on track, but will he win the feature race with Spills coming across the line with Ron Hart getting the fastest lap as well? Ron Hart does indeed win it by 2.5 seconds. Spills takes second place, and an unlikely podium finisher, SLRX Ferrari takes P3. No, it's
the
Aaron's
line,
line.
and upstage P4.
Upstage is in P4.
Ferrari moves all
But
the way
did not
down
get
to
the fastest
P5.
lap.
The 8 seconds of penalty. That's gotta hurt.
So, alright, let's go to Aiden real quick. With upstage in P4, does that mean he's out, or does he still have a chance?
Upstage in P4 and Fleury finishing P6 does not give Upstage the opportunity to move up. Fleury has clinched P2 in the championship and will be promoted to Formula 1 next season.
Alright, thank you, Aiden. As we now know, our two drivers move is FRA Ron Hart and CTR Fleury. Kaos, if you could do invites for post-race interviews.
Gotcha.
For Ron Hart, Spittles, and Align.
May as well invite Fleury too.
We're gonna do a top 2 post-sprint.
Gotcha.
Alright.
So I just got a message
Ross.
from got a message from Mexican Grub. He just completely outbroke himself and went into Fleury.
Well, Ron Hart, what a race win, our champion. So walk us through that race real quick.
Yeah, I mean, just having a poor start as always. Didn't get any traction, but whatever. I just tried to pull a second on the. Don't know what second by that time. I think actually it was. Might have been Ben actually, but I don't know. But yeah, trying to drive my own pace and then yeah, saved the car, made everything a bit more hectic behind me, but. After saving the car, I just did the same thing, trying to pull a second, and then yeah, try my own pace, and yeah, GG to Ben. Then I don't know what second. I think it was Aiden. Yeah, so GG to them.
Alright.
Alan, that was Aiden. Well, it was
Hello,
Alan, I
I'm
don't
here.
know.
I was not racing today. I think it was Elaine.
Might have been Alan. Aiden and Alan are the same person. Let me just say that.
We are. We are. It's a known fact.
But yeah, it was a good race from my perspective at least.
Yeah, well done.
Alright, and
well done.
we'll move to our P2 finisher. Ben Spittles, talk us through that race real quick.
Well, all I've got to say is good to not crash. I
Yeah, we were
actually
talking about
finished the
that.
race.
We're
I
pretty
actually
excited to you to
finished.
be in the podium.
It's nice being on the podium though. I actually didn't crash for once. I basically just drove, praying that I didn't bin it, and yeah, that's basically all I did all race. And I got to say, whoever calls that crash at the chicane, I love you because you gifted me P3 or P2.
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 So
Yeah,
with that podium, Ben, you promote Sauber to P8, overtaking ART. So congrats to you.
thank you.
Alright, guys, good luck
Yeah.
here in the sprint race.
Yeah.
Are we
Thank
gonna
you.
make any lobby because of the new people joining?
No, it's only Aiden spectating.
Okay.
We'll just have Aiden retire.
Oh, I'm in a car.
Or Aiden, do you want to race?
Yeah, dude, I'm
So
gonna
race
race.
commentator.
I'm gonna.
Alright, so
I'm
get
just
outta
gonna
here,
not. Do you want me to leave? All right.
just hop out of the party. Engines on. Maybe. And then they go. So let's see what we can get out of these drivers today as Twelves has a great start. Trying to fend off with Mexican Grub. And Mexican Grub's going to not give him any room. And he's going to spin, taking out multiple drivers.
So both Mexican Grub and Trolls spun and
Aiden's
Aiden
gone.
left.
We just had a massive accident with Mexican Grub, Ferrari, Align, and Spittles all getting spun, and pretty much their race is now at this point ruined.
So I think it's caught on stream. For Mexican Grub was faster and I was about to overtake him, and it's just Trolls like close and met with
Alright, we got
Mexican Grub.
Aiden back now.
Ooh, side by side, a couple of drivers. Upstage bodies and
Upstage.
Tectonic and Runhard right behind
Trying.
him.
Upstage trying to hold on as he's gonna spin Tectonic.
Ooh, and Crispy again with the contact. Upstage.
No, that was
spun-
Upstage.
Yeah. Upstage spun Tectonic, and once Tectonic spun, Crispy was just right behind them.
Oh. Ferrari moves down to 12th place. And Aiden, or Anthony Davidson, who just hopped in, is in P7. And not yet in control of his car, and probably in a few moments he will be. As we look to...
Ooh.
Okay, my whole thing just reset on timing. Yellow
Well,
flags, Aerosol Line's out, Tectonic is out. And full safety car.
That's the first
Spittles
DNF
has a
for a line.
5-second penalty for severe collision with Tectonic,
Is that a safety car?
who's out. Full safety car.
Oh, that's unfortunate for a line. That means that let's see where they are in the constructors.
It's not gonna be bueno. Tectonic has left.
Not good for.
Lowry's in the pits. He may cost Universe Rossi the chance at winning constructors.
Indeed.
All right, safety car is gonna be in this time. Aiden should be able to catch up to the pack. We are able to ride on board with 12s as he will lead us to lap 6. So here we go. We'll have about 6 laps of racing here now.
Upstage in
Get to the
P2 and Flurry in P8. Let's see. Does that actually do anything for
it's already been
Upstage?
no, it closes the gap, but that's about it.
Gotcha. Cars are speeding up now.
All right, so 12s is saying, "Let's go!" As we have green flags. As we go into turn 1, let's see if we have any more mayhem. Looks pretty good for the time being.
Ooh, I saw 2
And-
cars side by side.
That was Spence Bills taking over 6th place from Ferrari. As Ferrari's taking an adventure off track as he falls to the bottom of the grid. And out of the points.
So right now, how Aiden is racing right now in P8 doesn't actually do anything to catch up to Saber, who just scored a podium last race.
Does give them an extra point though.
Yeah. I mean, still, Ben Spittle's only 6, so Aiden can just trying to catch up and pass Flurry and then pass Ben and trying to catch up. So right now we're
See what we
seeing an FRA top 4 with Trolls, Upstage, Runhard, and Crispy.
Because we have Ronhart really close on Upstage, potentially moving to P2. Ronhart still in contention to get a clean sweep to end out his amazing F2 season.
Ooh, there might have been a better contact between Upstage and Trolls.
Maybe, but Ronhart right on Upstage's bumper. As he's going to let off a little bit to give himself a gap coming into braking. Which is a very smart idea. A lot of drivers should use that. Larry passes Ben Spittles, moves into P6.
And now
It's
right
Ronhard.
behind the Mexican. Ooh.
That is right.
Ben Spittles loses traction a little bit and Aiden just right behind him. No, is that
There's
Aiden's
that.
Oh, it looked like he spun a little bit.
No. Ronhard right behind Upstage. Possibly can make a move coming to the chicane. But let's see. We have a three-way fight for P1 right now. Ronhard is going to try the outside. Do a little switchback action. Side by side we go with Upstage and Ronhard. Ronhard gonna get the inside coming to the hairpin now. Still side by side and maybe getting the position. No, he's gonna not have enough. And I don't believe we have DRS. And we don't, so Ronhard will have to try to make a move without DRS, which he has the pace for, is showing it. Has to go around the outside, coming to this very slow left-hander, coming to the right-hander, finishing out the chicane, and Ronhard's in second place.
Ben Spittles was looking like trying to get a nice overtake by overtaking Fleury. Did the move, but locked up at the end of the overtaking phase, and that gave Fleury an opportunity to do a switchback, in which he did. Oh.
We also have Crispy. As Upstage goes off the track, Crispy trying to take Upstage off the podium. So let's see what Crispy can do here. I don't think Crispy could overtake Upstage for second place. Well, he actually could.
So
If
I'm
Upstage falls to
on
the back.
board with Ben Spittles, and while these cars are very understeery, it has a lot of rear braking bias. So when you do lock up, your rears just go like you become sideways, and so that's why Ben Spittles keep losing time. But
Ronhard
does
bumps
make it up.
12, sorry to cut you off, but Ronhard's bumping 12s up in P2 as DRS comes enabled once again.
Oof.
As we have about three or four laps to go here.
Crispy came like a
It's-
rocket ship towards turn one, almost took out Ronhard, and almost took out Upstage.
Ronhard might try to make a move here coming to the chicane. Not yet, as he's going to stay right behind. Maybe make a move coming out of the hairpin. We'll get DRS.
No,
Ben Spittles
Ben
gets a
Spittles.
3-second time penalty.
I've
As
noticed
that'll put him down to P9. As Ronhard will get DRS here. And let's see what he can do. With 3/10 the gap right now, going down to 2.5 to 1. He's gonna make a move, going around the outside.
Ooh, Ben
Will he
Spittles
get it
overtaking
done?
Fleury.
No.
Oh, what is Fleury doing?
Spills 5-second penalty for corner cutting.
What is Fleury doing?
Fleury
Close
is
the
well
door.
off track. And that may be an incident report there. Ronhard takes the lead now. Spills retires. Upstage trying to fight. 3 cars trying to go to the one spot. It doesn't work that way. As we have some very tight racing. Upstage 12s. Ronhard all fighting for first. Ronhard falls back to second place. As we got some very close action with the top 5. All fighting each other. Fleury gets a 3-second time penalty.
Okay, Mexican Grill has caught up to this fight. Where is Ronhard? Ronhard's still behind. Oh, upstage!
Huge contact!
Upstage.
And takes Ronhard out. Upstage is out of the race. Ronhard falls to P6 and will have to box.
Let's see. I'm really interested.
Ronhard was able to catch up by 12, just warming up those 9-lap-old soft tires as he's starting to go. Makes a gap to Crispy. And he's going. We're going to have green flag racing coming around for 1 lap here at Abu Dhabi to end this year's F2 season. And here we go. As 12 gets a very nice restart. Ronhard passes Ferrari. That was quick.
already on the straight.
And we'll keep eyes on Ronhard here with those 1-lap-old super soft tires as he's going to, with my prediction, move up the grid a little bit here. Get some more points for Carlin. So he's going to hit Aiden. He just spun himself in Aiden.
Ronhard or Ferrari?
Ronhard.
And they're in the same party as well, so I don't know what happened there. Miscommunication
I
there.
don't know. So I have a feeling we might get a lot of incident reports that says Aiden gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting.
So this guarantees
This should guarantee. I don't know if it's exact. We'll have to see after all the results are finalized. What
so
this
Aiden
does
with
for
a 5-second, and oh no,
Grub gets
Mexican.
a 3 seconds. But Flowery also has penalties as well. So that doesn't necessarily take him off the podium. Aiden gets a
another
10-second
corner
time penalty for corner cutting. Oh god, Aiden's coming after him. Aiden, let's be civilized, please.
Oh, he taking a wide line, and he did take a wide line.
Oh, he's cutting. He's going after him. More penalties for Aiden as he's taking the venture off course and spinning
And
himself.
he spun.
I'm sure he's probably about to retire now. As let's go on board to end it all. 12's coming around with 2 corners to go. Crispy trying to stay close, but it doesn't matter. 12's wins here in the sprint race at Abu Dhabi. Crispy not far behind taking P2. Grub takes P3, but will he hold on? Yes, he will. So there we go as Ferrari just takes himself out, I think. No, that was Ronhar. But there we go, our podium here to finish out 12's Crispy, Mexican, Grub. We'll invite them, then we'll get to our top 2 of Fleury and Ronhar for some champion interviews.
Ooh, Crispy with driver today.
Alright, so let's get the podium, then we'll get the top 2. Dun, dun, dun. You invited the podium.
Yeah. I'm gonna-
Alright.
See, still loading.
Which actually, if we have them, I can do some quick math to see the weekend results. Ronhar wins the weekend with 35 points.
And who else is?
Oh, I think that does it. I think Carlin's Constructors.
Congrats to Corlin then.
Alright, so we got our winner here today of 12's. 12's, that was such a drive. Talk us through it real quick.
That was the most ridiculous race you've ever seen.
Yeah.
The fact that I was anywhere near the front to win it was because I got a drive through for God knows what in the first race, and then lucked out completely with reverse grid pole.
Yeah.
And then just avoided everything that was going on behind me.
Yep. It was a true wonder to watch there. Me and Cass were really happy to see you on that podium.
Yeah, it was unexpected at the very least.
Then we'll move to P2 now as we got FRA Crispy getting a podium to finish out the year.
Yes, hello.
So that was a good drive to rebound after the feature race. Talk us through that sprint race.
I got pretty lucky too with RN upstage. It was a fun fight. It was all 4 of us fighting for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just had a bad restart and was too far away on the last lap to try to win, but it's all good.
Yes. Well, it was a great race from both of you guys, so congratulations on
Thanks.
getting
Great
podiums.
commentary from you guys as well. Really loved it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up?
All right, so stream, we got something very special. We have our 2 drivers leaving Formula 2 and going to Formula 1 for the Hungary GP. Ronhar, our full F1, not F1, F2 champion right now, has a chance for F1. And Fleury sealing P2 to move up as well. So let's get their remarks. So we'll start with Ron Har, champion. Some remarks on this season of Formula 2.
If I think I missed a lot of races. Don't know how many races I actually missed. Don't know how many races we were doing actually. 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, you joined
I think I
halfway
missed like
actually.
I think I missed like 4. But yeah, I really enjoyed being in F2. There's some chaotic moments here and there. There were some good battling here and there. But yeah, I personally enjoyed the whole season.
Yes. And Flurry, let's get your comments on this F2 season.
The second part of the season is terrible for me. I have so many crash and lost so many points. My partner team, and I don't have team partner, um, and don't do it points to championship constructor.
Well, thank you. Now that you guys are heading towards F1, starting next year in January, we're excited to see y'all there and see how y'all do.